Today on Public Eye News, more on the ongoing saga in D.C. as Kevin McCarthy is ousted as House Speaker. And later, we continue our coverage of Fat Bear Week as the Park Service opens voting.
Melissa Santour will have your coverage on the field with your sports recap, and Kieran Healy will have your weather forecast heading into a much chillier weekend. I'm Reed Hall.
And I'm Ava Sahoyan, and this is Public Eye News. Michigan's Attorney General Dana Nessel has joined a coalition working to support student loan borrowers around the country. In a letter issued to President Biden and Secretary of Education Miguel Cardona, Nessel and Attorney Generals from 19 other states have called for greater student loan protections as payments for over 40 million borrowers are set to resume this month. In the last 3.5-year payment pause, many borrowers have transferred their services to new providers. Nessel and others argue that these circumstances will lead to widespread loan servicing problems, including billing problems, inaccurate account information, and placement and incorrect payment plans. Borrowers have already begun filing reports in regards to lack of timely solutions to these problems and delays in receiving assistance. The coalition is especially concerned with how many of these issues are affecting low-income borrowers. The Attorneys General Coalition urges the Biden administration to do more to mitigate harm to borrowers and take further action. And if you're fishing in Lake Superior this fall, keep an eye out for this fish. Michigan's DNR has released a statement urging anglers to report caught splake, a genetic hybrid between brook trout and lake trout. These splake are a part of a stocking effort and study through the ports in Upper Peninsula at Copper Harbor, Keweenaw Bay, and Munising. The study is set to extend from 2021 to 2030. Fishing managers have learned that identifying the correct fin clip on a splake may be difficult while fishing and suggest looking for a missing fin or a jawbone clip. Reporting splake can be done in the DNR's Eyes in the Field app or at a DNR fisheries office, and identifying a fish can be done with DNR Creel staff. And the city of Marquette has announced that the Mount Marquette roadway will be closed until October 8th. This is due to the Dequamanon Trail Network hosting a mountain biking event this weekend and the Marquette Fall Enduro. The road will be closed to vehicle traffic from Saturday at 9 a.m. until Sunday at 1 p.m.
And in Wisconsin, the Bipartisan State Senate Elections Committee has voted to reject the appointed Democratic Commissioner Joseph Zarnetsky. Zarnetsky was appointed in May by Governor Tony Evers, a Democrat. The committee has 3 Democrats and 3 Republicans, and each decision needs a majority of 4 votes to accept the nomination. The committee faced a deadlock in June in attempts to avoid reappointment of the current administrator, Megan Wolf, who is nonpartisan. The Republican Senate voted last month to fire Wolf from her position, which is overturned by a Democratic attorney. The Wisconsin Elections Committee allegedly rejected the appointment of Democratic Commissioner Joseph Zarnetsky due to his role in supporting Wolf. The Republican-led state Senate will vote on Zarnetsky's nomination next. And the Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, MDARD, has given 3 $50,000 grants to 3 different Upper Peninsula counties as part of their Rural Readiness Grant Program. The Office of Rural Development is investing more than $1 million across the state through 21 total grants. The program seeks to promote advancement in infrastructure, housing, and rural economies. The grant recipients include the City of Ironwood, the Marquette County Land Bank Authority, and the Western UP Planning and Development Region Commission. According to the MDARD Director Tim Boring, these grants are intended to be used for housing and property development. And a Stevens Point man is using his artistic talents to spread color and creativity in the town of Rome. It's his largest mural to date, more than 2,000 square feet. WSAW's Dominic O'Neill got to see the mural in person.
In rural Adams County, the town of Rome has the usual makings of a small community, but its public works building is covered in color. Kiba Freeman is the artist.
I do a lot of really vibrant work and a lot of whimsical kind of flowy space things. So it's kind of nice to be able to do a full nature scene that's basically about the town of Rome and a lot of things that they hold dear.
Freeman was selected out of 5 finalists to spearhead this project.
It's nice to kind of be the first to start something in an area, to hopefully do a lot more public art and reinvigorate certain parts of the area.
The mural is part of the town's effort to beautify the community by adding more art in busy parts of town.
Being on such a high traffic intersection, that was one of our big pieces to make it such a focal point. And we have gotten a lot of positive comments from the community that they have enjoyed watching it go up and seeing the progress. And we're hoping to enjoy it for many years to come.
The mural features the famous landmarks ATVs, golf, deer, and fishing.
Just really demonstrates those outdoor recreation amenities that we have here in the town with our lakes, with golf, with the wildlife. The mural also represents a little bit of our Rome Town Center with the gazebo, bird watching, and ATV and UTVing. So it was a really nice match to all of the things that we have here to offer in the town.
It's been pretty fun just to get that kind of positive feedback and to see this come to life, this whole mural.
Now don't touch that dial. We'll be right back with your weather and national news after this break.
On America Outdoors, for centuries, Utah has been a land of pilgrimage, attracting people in search of transformation, spiritual, mental, or physical. They were drawn by something special about this land. What did they come here looking for? And what are they looking for today? I'm here to find out exactly what that is.
Tonight at 8 on WNMU TV.
Welcome back. I'm Karen Healy with your weather report. Taking a look at the Academic Mall, it looks to be pretty cloudy out there. We've got some green grass, looks to be a nice day with some of the warmer temps still around. And then looking to the map of the UP, it's going to be pretty cloudy across the map. Over in Houghton, it's going to be 79. Down in Ironwood, it's going to be 70. Iron Mountain, it's going to be 76. In Menominee, it's going to be 75. Escanaba, it's going to be 70. Manistee, it's going to be 70. And then over in Sault Ste. Marie, it's going to be 77 with a bit of sun. And then here in Marquette, it's going to be 77 and mostly cloudy. And then taking a closer look at the current conditions, we have south-southwest winds at 16 miles an hour with pressure at 29.75 inches and falling. And tonight, it's going to be a low of 53 with west-southwest winds at 11 miles an hour. And tomorrow, it's going to be mostly sunny with a high of 68, a low of 48, and winds southwest at 16 miles an hour. And then looking ahead through this weekend, Friday, it's going to be a high of 52 with a low of 44 and rainy. Saturday, it'll be rainy as well with a high of 48 and a low of 43. And then on Sunday, it's going to be 48, low of 42, and mostly cloudy. Now back over to Reed with some national news.
Thank you, Kieran, for that weather update. Taking a look at our national news, after an extraordinary showdown on Capitol Hill yesterday, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy has been voted out of his job on a final House vote of 216 to 210. The final vote, a first in U.S. history, now leaves the House and its Republican leadership in chaos. 8 Republicans, many of whom were the same hard-right holdouts against McCarthy becoming the Speaker last January, sided with Democrats yesterday in forcing him out. McCarthy's top rival, Matt Gaetz, a Republican out of Florida, orchestrated the rare vote using a motion to vacate, to which leaders tried to turn back but failed 218 to 208, setting up for the dramatic showdown. McCarthy's ouster, however, seemed to be set into motion by growing grievances within his own party and sparked by his weakened decision to work with Democrats to avoid a government shutdown. Typically, top leaders would be next in line for the job, but Majority Leader Steve Scalise is battling cancer, and other top Republicans like Majority Whip Tom Emmer may have trouble securing enough votes. Kevin McCarthy has also publicly stated he will not attempt to win the job back. And roughly 75,000 Kaiser Permanente workers took to the picket lines today, kicking off a major healthcare strike. Kaiser Permanente is one of the nation's largest insurers and healthcare system operators, serving nearly 13 million people. Licensed vocational nurses, home health aides, technicians, and many other positions walked out of their job today demanding higher minimum wages and a fix to a severe understaffing issue. Union members claim understaffing benefits hospital profits but hurts patients, while other union members claim their current pay is unlivable. Kaiser Permanente President Michelle Gaskill-Hames defended the company by saying its practices, compensation, and retention are better than its competitors. While the strike is expected to continue for the next couple of days, Kaiser said its 39 hospitals, including its emergency rooms, intend to stay open, though appointments may be delayed. Additionally, doctors will not be part of the strike, and Kaiser intends to bring in thousands of temporary workers. And at least 5 people were injured last night in a shooting on the campus of Morgan State University, a historically black college in Baltimore, Maryland. A shelter-in-place advisory for students has been lifted, though police are now looking for suspects. CBS News correspondent Naomi Ruckham has the latest from New York.
Calls of an active shooter at Morgan State University in Baltimore, Maryland came in just before 9:30 last night. Authorities say 5 people, 4 of them students ages 18 to 22 years old, were shot, though their injuries are believed to be non-life-threatening. The university's president said shots erupted just minutes after students and families had left a coronation ceremony. The historically black university is set to celebrate its annual homecoming in just 3 days. Police were seen searching rooms at a residence hall near where the shooting took place. So far, they say no suspects have been arrested. A shelter-in-place order on campus was lifted just after midnight. Meanwhile, concerned parents were asked to meet with police at a nearby Safeway parking lot. Classes have been canceled for today. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News.
After this break, Melissa Santour will have your sports recap. Stay tuned.
Evolution Earth, grasslands. Where animals have the power to transform our world. Out there, things aren't what you expect. You'll see.
Tonight at 10 on WNMU TV.
Welcome back. I'm Melissa Santour here with your sports update. The NCAA Council has approved a package of rule changes this week that will see some major new policy shifts for college sports. A series of infraction changes were proposed to punish individual athletes, including suspension expansions for coaches to include the days between competitions, penalties for employing individuals who have received a show cause order, and expanding dissociations with boosters who violate rules. The council also approved shortening the transfer portal window for D1 football and basketball from 60 to 45 days. The NCAA agenda continues today, with topics expected to include anti-sports betting advocacy and image, name, and likeness rule changes. And in global soccer, the 2030 Men's World Cup is on track to host games in 6 countries on 3 different continents in order to uniquely celebrate the 100th anniversary of the tournament in Montevideo, the capital of Uruguay. FIFA came to an agreement Wednesday with soccer's continental leaders, accepting a bid with co-hosts Spain, Portugal, and Morocco. The bid agreement also involves staging games in Argentina, Paraguay, and Uruguay. Each of these countries will be hosting 1 match to start the tournament. All 6 of these hosting nations will earn an automatic entry into the tournament involving 48 different teams. This is the first time that the World Cup has played on more than 1 continent, making history. Bouncing over to basketball, the Las Vegas Aces have one of the top regular seasons in the league's history, spanning 27 years, with a shot at becoming the first team to repeat in over 20 years. Only 2 teams have ever won back-to-back consecutive titles, the Houston Comets and the Los Angeles Sparks. The girls are now playing for more than just a WNBA championship, they're playing for history. If the Aces beat New York Liberty on Sunday, they will be in for one of the greatest games in the history of the league. Their first 2 games out of the best-of-5 series are already sold out, as well as a potential 5th game. Now, Ava and Reed, what's the latest in Fat Bear Week news?
Thank you, Melissa, for that sports recap. So, Ava, finally Bear Week. I am super pumped. I heard you have a couple more stories for us on it.
Absolutely. I'm very excited about National Bear Week. Fat Bear Week. Katmai National Park and Preserve has officially begun their annual Fat Bear Week event, beginning October 4th and extending into October 10th. Various bears within the park are matched against one another in a bracket-style tournament, and it is up to online voters to decide who will become Fat Bear Week 2023's champion. Daily voting for the event is available from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Alaska Daylight Time at fatbearweek.org. Today's first matchups will see Bear 901 face Bear 402, while Bear 428 will be facing the winner of this year's Fat Bear Junior Spring Cub 806. Well, Reed, what do you think of Fat Bear Week? Have you started your bracket yet?
See, I have actually not started my bracket yet. I'm really looking forward to doing it when I get home today. I have Otis winning. He's an older bear, but he does have a couple champions underneath his fur. So what's your favorite bear?
I've got to say Bear 128, I believe. She just, it's a big bear. Looks exciting. I'm excited to see how she does.
I'm very excited.
And that is all the time we have for you today. Thank you for joining us on Public Eye News. I'm Ava Sahoyan.
And I'm Reed Hall.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
The preceding program was produced by WNMU-TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television, in studios located in Elizabeth and Edgar Hardin Hall.
Thanks for watching Public Eye News. You can subscribe to our YouTube, tune in to WNMU Channel 13 every weekday at 4, or follow our Instagram at NMU Penn to never miss a story.